MAS UI V2. So I would like to announce that on the MAS, we managed to integrate it. So V2 of the UI already replaced the V1 already. So if you go into AgenticFlow, let me change the screen a bit. Ignoring the error, we're still fixing that. But what I would like to show you, everyone, is we managed to replacing the deep research with the totally new UI already. So you can see right now it's more fluid, and this will have the ranking for you. And when you click on an agent like this one, it will show up. So we move the input message of the agent on the node itself. So it will be very clear to you that this is the kind of like a message as an input that the agent is taking from the previous node to that. So in here you can configure like you are passing different parameters and other state of message. So I think Anvin were asking about how can we manage to pass some variable. So this is how you do it. You state message, and then it will passing the message from upstream to this one. We will implement the insert Hapa.ai. Okay, that's awesome. I will refer to that when I developing the AgenticFlow Chrome extension. That should be useful. All right. And if you click on this one, let me continue. So in the agent, when you click on this, on the left hand side, the panel is actually the similar panel like the agent UI that you are using. So in here, you can configure the scale of the agent, MCP, trigger, task, and orange, and everything. So when you are modify here, if you update the agent itself as well, and the agent itself you can follow in this agent tab, and here, and you can, if you modify out here or in the multi-agent system, it will be quite similar. So it will update to 1. And we also adding some of the new node as well. For example, this one is kind of like a map and reducer. So this is, we call it like a state management. So just example. So you can see that's kind of like when this is an agent that is clarified with user. It have 2 routes, right? One route is kind of like it will ask the user because in the system prompt is quite small. Let me open that so that you can see. So in this system prompt, we were asking the agent that to clarify question or if user already provide enough information to start research. So this agent will review and this will make decision. And if it kind of like will need more question, so it will falling into this path, and then it will return into the value, and it will just adding more clarity user node about a clarification in here. And after that, it will trigger into the research brief. So research brief is another agent. So this agent is actually don't have any instruction, but technically it was an agent that having some of the message. So it will, what it will do is it will given a set of messages that send, and your job is to translate the message into more details and concrete research question that will be used for the research and so on. So this agent is going to be used, and it will transform into the supervisor agent, and this supervisor agent is going to have a sub agent as well. The UI right now it cannot show up, but basically what you can do is you can configure a team of agent under this sub agent. But this sub-agent research team is going to take the message from the previous action. So it's going to be state.node_output.research brief node and last message. So this is quite like technical on this one. But basically what it means is that it will take the output from this one in order to proceed next action. So when we are improving the UI, you're just seeing that it will take the research brief node output, and it will doing something. And when it's doing something in here, it will actually doing some loop and research as well. Because if you click on this one, and you can read the instruction of this supervisor research agent. And in here, we are actually writing a detailed task for it, so that it will have some strategy in order to do a research. And after this supervisor agent already finished the research, it will hand over that into the final report agent node. So this agent is also receiving a message that say, based on their own research conducted, create a comprehensive, well-structured answer to overall research brief. And this is the research brief actually. So this one is the block of the data. What it means is that it will telling the final report agent that you take the output from this guy and you do some stuff with that and you output. So the right hand side here is actually the one that you can use to test with the agent, like research about NVIDIA. Yeah, so it will trying to produce some of the output like this, and the research clarification, it will asking some question in here, and the agent will start to run. The researcher agent will use some tool in further and further and further. So this one is not new, so I will not to go through more on details. So basically, we have managed to adopt a new UI, where this UI is allow you to have an infinite canvas for you to structure your full agent team. It's having some good layout. For example, like it in either mouse friendly or touchpad friendly, or you can even like click on feed view, or you can do some map. Wait, they have a new use case, so we can add command here. So sometimes I think most of our user is kind of like you are building this for your team to use or your customer to use. So we can add here and say this agent is using for this task. Please do not modify. Kind of like this. So you can put a note on top of this one like this, so that later when you share this workforce JSON to someone else, like your team or your client or someone else, they can either using this. So it should be useful for that. All right. And then in here there will be some other example that as well. So we add an add node button. So in here it having 3 nodes like agent, workflow, and state modifier. So agent is simple, right? You click on agent and it will list all of the agent in your workspace that you can click, and then the agent will be added into the workflow. For example, like this. So this is the new agent that we add, and you can just connect this agent to here. And that is it. And if you would like to add a workflow, the same. So I would like to, for example, like this is test workflow catch. So we just add the workflow here. And it's here. So it means what we are providing you is that you can adding a workflow in the middle of the flow of that. So the agent will do something and it will hand over to a workflow to do something. And after that, we can even like adding a new agent. Yeah. Oh, where is that? Okay. I think there's some error. Yeah, so you can just chaining them together. We also having some other like condition, like if else, if it's string equal or less than, over, and so on. If it's going to be like this, then you are going to this agent. Yeah, there's some UI that we still need to fix on this part. Yeah, you can connect this. Where's the string.ui? Okay, we still need to fix some bug on the conditioning and stuff. But basically, we are going to add more and more stuff in here. So it's going to be agent, workflow, condition. It can be a loop. It can be a kind of like some knowledge retrieval, or maybe write to knowledge, write to database, and so on. So we will make the multi-agent workflow is very powerful. So it will using all of the agent and workflow that you have built before, and also be more powerful, so that it will be handling a very complex system. And after we finishing this one, we will able to make it like a public thing. So you can publish the agent to multiple platforms, like the one we did with Discord. So the multi-agent system is going to also handle your Discord publishing as well. Alright, so I think that's it on the update on the multi-agent system, a new UI. So I hope that this is something that you can be aware of where we are at the moment.